Hey guys, if you want to see how this bracelet was made, just keep watching. Hey guys, Lush here from Beautiful Luscious Fashion. Here today to show you how to make a beaded stretch bracelet from beginning to end. So stay tuned and get ready. Now first, I'll move my needle and my stop bead out the way. I lay out all my beads and my charms that I plan to use. Sometimes I pull out my charms last, but the charms are here. I know which ones I want to use now. So choose my beads. I chose my spacers that I'm going to use, if any. The charms. This is the string that I'm going to use. My needle. This is just the one that I'm choosing to use at the moment. You don't even necessarily have to. This is a wide eye needle, and I curved it just to help when I do like my waist beads sometimes. Needle nose pliers or just pliers, split ring pliers, and split rings. Alright, I'm going to lay out my pattern and then I'll come back and show you guys what I came up with. Okay guys, this is the pattern that I came up with for both of the bracelets that I'm going to make. Now, when you pull out beads, you don't necessarily, well, me personally, don't necessarily put out the amount of beads that I'm going to need, because I never know, depending on the spacers or the extra other beads that I use. So, pull a bunch out, and I put a pattern together, and this is the pattern. So, next you get your cord, whichever kind of stretchy cord you like. And today I am using the 0.5 mm Stretch Magic cord. So you unravel some off the ring, and then you want to pre-stretch it. And pre-stretching it, so you take it and you pull. And this is to prevent overstretching, for one, because your bracelets do stretch out over time. They just do from wear. But this is also to, if you have snaps in here, you'll catch the snaps before you make the bracelet. And then be mad at the end because it popped when you're trying to tie it off. So I usually take mine about the length of my bead board. Not exactly, just about. And then I'll either wrap it that amount of times, 2 or 3 times. And I think that I'm going to go with 3. Oh, I forgot scissors. Yeah, you need to have scissors. Have scissors, part of your supplies, forgive me. And then I'll cut it off there. So this is my string. I know it's very hard to see because it's clear, but I have it here. So this is my string in 3s. It's 0.5 mm wrapped into 3. So then you take your needle, whatever needle you choose, and I chose a wide eye needle, and I curved it. You want to separate it, and then you place it between the eye and you bring it down to the bottom. So you got your string here, and then you take your stop bead, or you may use a crimper or a whatever stopping agent you use to prevent your beads from falling off. So I put my stop bead on, and I bring it almost all the way to the end and wrap my needle back around one more time to secure the stop bead in place. And this is not a part of your pattern. This is just to keep your beads from falling off. So it can be manipulated. Bring it all the way down as close as possible to the bottom, and pull it to make sure it's snug and secure. And then you get your stuff out the way, and you just start to bead them. You already got your pattern laid out, so all you have to do is put them on the string in the order that you made, your pattern. So I got them all strung on here. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is you need to have your measuring tape. I have mine taped on my table here. However, but you need to have measuring tape or ruler or whatever to make sure that you are measuring this appropriately. So the standard woman's wrist is 7 inches. Oh, and this is how I knew to lay it out up to here on this board. So 7 inches on this board is like between 8 and 9 on each side. So you take your bracelet, you lay your measuring tape down, and you want to take, before the stop bead, because remember the stop bead is not a part of the bracelet. And you want to take your pattern and you want to lay it on your ruler or measuring tape or whatever you're using. So this is 6.5 inches, so I need to add more beads. So this is also why I keep extra beads here too. So about 2 will put us at 7 inches. Actually, 1 put us about there. However, yep. So it's about 7 inches. So we're going to prepare to tie this off. So you're going to take off your needle. And you're going to take off your, this is why you make your string long enough, because you get the pushing and pulling. You don't want to lose your beads. Quiet, son. Take off your stop bead, your needle, and then you have your bracelet. Your stretch bracelet here. Alright, so you take your 2 ends, you cross them over. And you pull them tight. You get your round shape that you want. And you take it and you wrap it 2 to 3 times to make it certain it's not. Hold on, son. Hold on. And then I flip it over. And do the same. Do the same thing on this side. I didn't make my strings as long as I normally like them this time. Alright, so 1, 2. You don't want your knot to be too big to where you can't get it in the hole of the bead. Because it's all about looking clean, being neat. And you want to hide those knots. So I'm just going to take a peek to see how big this knot is. And it is a decent size. So, I don't know if you can see the knot too clear, but it's a knot between the beads. You'll cut off your extra. Not to cut it too close to your knot. And then you take this knot. You put it inside of one of your beads.
Mommy.
Wait, son. I said wait. And you put it in your bead, and then you guide it in with your nail. All while you are simultaneously pulling on the opposite side to get the knot to come through. And the point is to secure your knot so your bracelet doesn't break from your knot site if it does have the potential to break, as well as looking neat. Okay? So you can't see your knot there. Now we are going to put the charms on. So let me prepare that. All right, guys, I got my split rings laid out with the charms that I'm gonna put on them. So I got 10 mm and I believe 6 mm split rings. So you take your split ring pliers and you open it up like you would using your nail, trying to put a key on there. And then actually do the smaller jump ring. See if we can do this both at the same time. So you put your split ring, your bigger split ring, you got it on there a little bit, and then you take your charm. Here, let me show you this way first, because that's for the more experienced. And even it's a challenge for them. You take your pliers and you roll it back. You twist it back like you roll it until you get it in the center and it hangs freely. Okay? And you take your split rings again with your split pliers. You find the little loop. I like for my end part of the loop to be facing away from me. You take your pliers and you give yourself an opening. You take your charm and you guide it through a little bit and use your thumb to hold it in there so it's on there. Then you take your pliers and you roll it on like a key. And you're gonna do that to all of these. When you get talented enough, you can try and get put your split ring and then put your charm too and roll them both back. Now this take a little bit of practice. And then you just roll them both back so they both fall into place at the same time. Okay, and the reason why I don't put them on the big split ring, because you already have to put them on your bracelet, and you don't want to, when you use these split pliers, it can give it a bit of a gap between, and you don't want that gap to be on your bigger split ring. We got them all with their double split rings on. So they have a dangle when they're hanging on the bracelet. Now we decide where we're going to put them. So you take that big split ring, the biggest one that's going to go on the bracelet, And you open it up. And you've already decided where you want it to go, and I'm going to put it between these two. So you take your beads, you separate them, and you take your split ring and you place it on there. Then you take your pliers and you wind it on. And you just do that for the rest of them all around. And they are all on. And when you put your bracelets on, make sure you telling your customers or yourself, you make your hand like a cone. This, but you tell people to look at it, and then you roll it down your hand. Okay. I'll take the second one, and then you roll it down your hand. My ring's getting in the way, and then it is done, and that is your beaded charm bracelet. Alright guys, thank you for watching. See you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you tried it and it worked for you. And also, don't forget, if you want to purchase this item, go to bluffjewelry.com, BLUF jewelry.com, and make your purchase. Or head to one of my social medias. Will be listed down below, and add me so you can get your custom bracelet started. Bye guys.